Hi, I'm Jim with Bored and Retired, and today we're going to talk about one of my best finds ever. It happened in 1988 at a jewelry store in Virginia Beach. Way back in 1988, I was in the Navy, and I was always going to my local comic book store, Zeno's, on Friday, and then heading over to one of the trilogies in between afterwards. Well, while you're driving around, you pass a lot of places, and I passed by a jewelry store, and at this jewelry store they had a little sign that said comics. So I went in. They directed me to a cardboard box that had some comic books in them, and I kept coming back week after week, and I don't remember if I bought anything or if I was just looking to see if they were placing any more in there. Well, after about 6 months, the guy behind the counter said, "Make me an offer on them and they're yours." So we went back and forth for a little bit, and we settled on $65. In today's day and age, in 2025, with inflation, that had been about $177 in today's money. So I took the comic books and took them back to my barracks and kind of sorted them. I read all the comic books that were in them, which had come out in the second video. But they had the oversized comic books in the size of Savage Sword of Conan, spoiler alert. And these are what I'm going to be showing you right now. So, without further ado, here they come. The first one is the Rampaging Hulk, number 9. And I hadn't opened them until last night, over 30 years. And I saw one picture I want to show you, because it's a nice picture of the Hulk and Thor together. And like usual, right here, Hulk is smashing Thor. Just love that. The second book I'm going to show you is a Marvel Comics Super Special starring Kiss. I don't usually look up the values of these, but if this was a perfect condition, 9.8, it's worth about $10,000 according, I'm sorry, $1,000. Got too excited there. About $1,000. Unfortunately, this comic book is not in very good shape. I knew it when I bought it, and I wasn't worried about money back then. If you look at it real closely, front page comes off, and the back page comes off. And it's a wraparound cover. I can now show you really easy, maybe. They're going up against Dr. Doom. There's like 2 or 3 different stories in this. Right in the center, maybe, they have pictures of Kiss. I have no idea of any Kiss songs, but I'm sure I've heard of them in the past. That's what they look like in real life, as most people know. And let me see if I can find a picture of all 4 of them in here. And this is what they look like in the comic books. Mm-hmm. So I'll just put this together a little bit later, and we'll go on and show you the next comic. Oh, and one other thing I forgot to tell you, that this was printed in real Kiss blood. It was thrown into the ink, so all the issues has Kiss blood in them. I don't think you can clone through blood, but if you could, we could bring Kiss back after they kick the bucket. The next book is Heavy Metal number 4. Has a Mobius front and a cover, and has like 10 different stories here, but a lot of you we can't show, so we won't show anything. The next one is from Comics and Comics Company Magic Carpet, called Voltar. And gotta put my hand around one character, female, pretty much naked. You got Voltar up here, some mythological creature there. On the back, a few more mythological creatures. There's two stories in this book. One deals with Voltar and the other one deals with some space pirates. And I'll show you a picture of Voltar here in action. Looks a whole lot like Conan. And for the pirates, I don't think I can show you anything because they like to have a naked woman on each panel almost. On each page, I should say. Then I got Vampirella, number 20. Show you some of the art. Then we have Marvel Preview Thor the Mighty, number 10. And we found a second Marvel Preview Presents Thor number 10 also. Then we have Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, the official comic book adaptation of the frightening, funny new film. I haven't seen the film, so I don't know if it's funny. And on the back is a picture of Elvira herself. Picture art, it's okay. Don't know if I ever watched the movie, but who knows. And now we're going to do a whole lot of Savage Sword of Conan's. This is number 25. Conan's facing somebody coming out of the fire. Have a second number 25. And then Savage Sword of Conan number 24. He's fighting a giant tarantula with an elephant person watching on and a woman laying in a pile of gold. Savage Sword number 23. This one has Red Sonja in it and King Cole, and it looks like Conan and Red Sonja are teaming up to take on a giant octopus. Savage Sword number 22. This time a demon's coming out, looks like a water pool. Savage Sword number 19. He's facing some sort of flying reptile in the water. Savage Sword number 18, facing off against a creepy looking creature with a woman chained on the cover. Seems like a lot of the Savage Sword of Conan and Conan's have half naked women on their covers. I guess it sells well. This is Savage Sword number 17. Looks like he took on a dinosaur, one of those flying dinosaurs. And there's a woman clinging to his leg. Savage Sword of Conan number 15. This time looks like a giant with a woman in the corner. Savage Sword of Conan 14 has, looks like King Kong attacking them. Definitely looks like King Kong. Then we have Savage Sword of Conan number 10. He's walking through a field of bones and there's a woman in the corner. Savage Sword number 8. This one's in the worst condition of all of them. The cover is detached and a lot of chipping around it. Savage Sword of Conan number 7. Some, I guess, pre-men and a woman in the background. Savage Sword number 4. He's facing off a slightly larger 8-type being. And a woman in the center, or I should say in the corner. Savage Sword of Conan number 3. Against some savages holding a female that he's going to rescue, obviously. Then we have Savage Sword of Conan number 2. This is Neil Adams' artwork. And there are no women on the cover. A unique issue. And if you noticed, I've been going backwards on my Savage Sword of Conans. And the question is, did I get number 1? I did. Savage Sword of Conan, number 1. That was pretty nice. Little side story. When I collected enough comic books in long boxes, I would head from Virginia back to Cincinnati, drop them off at my parents' house. But they moved so much, they decided to leave them at my brother's house. Well, my brother, he had a son named Parker. He was 3, 4, or 5 years old, and he went down and got into some of my comic books. And he did rip one comic book. And I'm about to show that to you. He didn't rip my Savage Sword of Conan number 1 I showed you. But he did rip my second number 1 Savage Sword of Conan that came in the box. Right up here, just a tear down the center there. Well, side. And it's just a little slit. No big deal. Well, that concludes the first part of my video concerning the books I picked up at the jewelry store. I have one more video coming out, and that'll probably be next week. I thank you for watching. I'm Jim of Bored and Retired, and please like and subscribe. This has been part of the DCP Network.